Hello, my name is Angad Kahlon, and this is my presentation for Comp 350, which is User Interface and Design, and this is the final project. And for the final project, I chose to do the environment, what I've called it is the Enviro Quality Check. And basically, this is a environmental quality check for any area around the world. So let's understand the problem and what I'm trying to do here. So the problem definition is that there's no single resource which a tourist or a foreigner or a local even could go to find out air quality and water quality about a city around the world. And this is troublesome for not only tourists and foreigners but also for locals, as it's hard to access information about the quality of the water and air and whether it is safe to breathe in or consume. Like there's many countries around the world where tap water is not safe to drink, and if tourists or foreigners don't have information about that, especially, um, they can catch on diseases or they could severely harm their health. So it's really important for one resource where you could look at water quality and air quality and then make your judgment and take precautions. So my solution is to create an interactive map with separate pages for air and water quality that show the current and forecasted air and water qualities. So it'll show the forecast for the next few days. So let's say if it's about to rain, the air quality will of course get better, and it'll show that in the map. And so the medium or the way this would be implemented is through a website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And you'll also need other resources like the air and water quality data from different countries around the world. And so the main tasks that are accomplished with this website is that you can click on the map to see local or vacation destination water and air qualities. There's a page for each city, so when you click on a city, you can see the current and forecasted quality, and you can create a profile which will come handy in future expansion, which I'll talk about later. And you can also give timely reviews or report any problems or queries that you have about the website and how it works. So, talking about the conceptual model, the workflow, and the prototype, let's start off with the workflow. So, what the workflow is, when you open the website, a water quality map is displayed, similar to what I made in this prototype here. So, these are the prototypes. This one is just showing a quick example of what happens when you open the profile setting page. So when you originally open the website, you'll open up on the screen where you can see a map on the side that's showing quality of water. And that little arrow there is to hide this menu and to show that you're on the water quality page. And you can click on this is what happens when you open up. So what you can do for the workflow is you can click around the map to look at cities to find out the water quality. You can click on the air quality map to look at the air quality in cities. You can click on my profile to open the my profile page, or you can click on the facing problems need help page to submit a report, queries, problems, or look for solutions. And over here is a prototype for the air quality. So we can see the arrows on the air quality. And for the air quality, it's basically the same thing, but you just click on the air quality button here and it'll open this page where you can access all of that information. And so for the conceptual model, if we look at that, we can see that when you start off on the home page where you have the water quality displayed to you and it links to all other pages. So all pages are linked. And so let's say we want to go on the air quality page. On the air quality page, it also links to all other pages and displays the air quality. You can go back to the home page or the water quality page. You can go to the profile page, like I can see here. You can go on the face problems page, and you can just observe the air quality. On the profile page, you can go to the home page by clicking on the icon, or you can edit info of your profile, but you can't access the air quality page. There's no way to access that. And on the need help page, you can go back to the home page, or you can submit a query or problem that goes to the maintenance and support department of this website. But again, you can't go to the profile page, or you can't go to the air quality page. And same thing with the profile page, you can't go to the need help page without going back to the home page. So that's just the general conceptual model of how the pages uh, run together. So, to talk about the user interface design principles and guidelines and applying the stuff we learned about in this course this semester. So, for discoverability, unclickable stuff is static, like the quality scale over here. Like, if we can see this over here, this quality scale is unclickable, so the user can't click on it. They can only click on the map. And also, I've made oceans unclickable too because it's just unnecessary for the user to click on the ocean. And then also there's intuitive icons and clear labels, so you can tell like the water drop is representing the water quality, the lungs are representing the air quality, a general just person for the my profile, and then you have the logo. So these are pretty, and then the labels are also clear what the page is about, and so you can it's pretty easy for the user to discover what the website is about. For feedback, when you click on a city, we can see here like a little location mark in the shape of a drop is formed on top of the city, so the user knows what city it is in, what city it is. And more will be addressed in the next slide about that. For affordances, you can click on a city to view, you can afford to click on a city to view current or forecasted air and water quality. You can afford to create a profile, and you can submit problems or queries. For signifiers, the map moves around with the cursor and you can click on cities. Each button has a word and icon. And perfect water quality is blue. So if we go back to the previous page, we can see that perfect water quality would be blue and perfect air quality would be green. And it just becomes redder as the quality degrades, and that's to make it really signify that you're on the water quality page or the air quality page. So it's really, that distinction is really clear, because water is mostly thought of as blue, and then air is just green for good. So that's why I chose to do that. And some important considerations that I'm going to keep in mind are accessibility, because I want to make sure that the maximum number of users can use this page. So like things like language, I'm just implementing this in English, but it's good to consider if we can implement these in different languages. Color, especially colorblind people or people that have difficulties. So I want to keep that in mind. The screen size, the text font, and the text size, just to make sure everything's really readable and clear for the user. And then the use of short memories. I use a lot of short memory in here, so the user's not overloaded. So you just need the current location will be calculated automatically from your IP address, so you don't have to remember where you are. You can automatically, the map will take you there. And also the map is a visual map, so as long as you know roughly where in the world your city is, you can find it even if you do not know the name of the city. And that just helps use less, so the user's not overloaded with remembering really old stuff for long-term memory. So if we talk about error handling, testing, and future possibilities, let's start with error handling. So for error handling, I'm going to collect, this website will collect and then analyze user feedback. So there'll be timely reviews and suggestions or reports by the user. And then errors are handled with pop-up messages similar to this message here, where you can press OK or report. And once you go to the report page or the need help page, you'll see some possible solutions, some contact info for reporting issues. And to prevent errors in the first place, I'm adding in constraints. So that'll help handle errors and minimize errors. So like you can't access the map or environment quality data. So you can't change like the scale, or you can't change the map. And then only buttons or places on the map are clickable. So you can't just go clicking everywhere. There's only the map or like specific buttons that are clickable. And then confirmation buttons will be implemented when something's being edited. So like in your profile, if you're changing your name, there'll be a confirmation button that shows like do you confirm to change your name. For testing, I was thinking of using black box testing, which is not implementing all the back end stuff, to just test if the UI is working. So the kind of like what we have here, where we have a person that's acting as a backend, and then we have our user, so they can just, it's a really over the top kind of view if the website is working or not, and without accessing the backend stuff. And then also I want to try out every possible workflow in order to test if every workflow is working for the user. So making sure that you can go from like the air quality back to the home page and stuff like that. And then ideas for future growth and evolution or expansion are creating an app similar to accompany the website, allowing for users to have access on the mobile devices. I just made a quick prototype here too. And then allowing users to save places that they already visited. And then also displaying historical records for an area about the water and air quality for that area. So these are my references. And thank you so much for watching.